Here we go. Hey y'all, what's up? Listen, y'all, I was just talking on that other live, steady talking, and my mic wasn't even on. But guess what? My mic is on now. Okay. How's everybody doing? Happy Friday. All that good stuff. So I named this tips from the top. Definitely make sure you message me, DM me, all that good stuff. If you need assistance or if you have any questions, you got questions, I got answers for you. Okay. And if I don't have the answer, I can find it. But yeah, I'm just calling this tips on the top. You know, I love educating about things, financial literacy, and when it comes to credit as well. Just want to give y'all a few credit tips, and especially if you are suffering from bad credit at this time. First thing I do want to say when it comes to it, credit, the credit restoration process is not microwavable. It is timely. Two things you're going to spend when it comes to getting your credit together, and that's time and money. No matter if someone or a company helps you with your credit, or if you're like doing a dispute process yourself, either way, it's going to cost you money. But the biggest thing it costs is time. So when it comes to your credit, the biggest part that people are impatient because they procrastinate and they wait to the last minute. But the biggest thing you're going to spend is time. Is hurry up and wait. And that's because when it comes to the actual credit bureau with the dispute process, y'all, they got up to 45 days to actually answer. So no, nobody can make it go faster.
In 1/4 mile, okay, make a slight right turn on Woodland Avenue.
All right. So yeah. So credit is just that, y'all. It's timely. Okay, so that's the one thing. And then money, yeah, you're going to spend some money because the best way to send your dispute letters is actually certified. Okay, it's like depending on where you live. I know where I live, it's like five something the envelope, but whatever. But yes, you're going to spend some time and you're going to spend some money. And the dispute process is a process, meaning most likely you're going to have to go through more than one round. What's a round? Since the credit bureaus have up to 45 days to answers, one round is somewhere between 30 and 45 days. For real, 38 and 45 days. So if you're in the credit repair process, they're going to, it's going to be like 40 to 45 days before the next round goes out. So that's the hurry up and wait part, guys. Okay, just hurry up and wait. Got to be patient. You need patience. And that's why you should never ever wait until, I want to buy a house in 3 months. Let me get my credit repaired. No. Mm-mm.
In 300 feet, make a slight right turn on Woodland Avenue.
Okay. Make this slight right. That's why you should give yourself that time to get your credit together, guys. Don't just like, I want to buy a house in 3 months. No, that's not the way to do it because you're going to frustrate yourself. Okay. I want to tell y'all how important it is when it comes to your credit. If you follow me or if you're new to following me, first and foremost, I do have a couple of financial literacy groups I would like for you to be a part of. So let me know if you're not a part of my groups, and I'll get you into those groups, okay? Very important. Um, and I can see what I can do with helping you about your credit if you need be. A couple of things to credit can do a whole lot for you guys, and let me tell y'all how important it is to get your credit together. Like because when, let's say with your car insurance, they break that kind of stuff down by neighborhoods, and of course the lower your credit, the higher your car insurance is going to be, and certain zip codes have areas of lower credit than other zip codes, guys. Now don't get me wrong, that does not mean that everybody that makes really good money has good credit. That's not necessarily the case. But at one point, they probably did have good credit, and or their family does, and they live in a nice area. But they do break down credit by your how much your insurance is going to cost you by where you live. Always remember that. Okay, your credit determines a lot. So yes, it determines your zip code. So if it determines your zip code, that means it also determines what schools your kids can go to, also what foods you eat. You know that if the credit is bad, those supermarkets, the food is going to be extra, not as good as other neighborhoods. Okay. Um, when they check your credit when you get utilities turned on, your cell phone, things of that nature, credit cards, and when your credit is poorer, your interest rate is going to be higher. When your credit is messed up, you can't purchase a house. You might be stuck renting. In a lot of areas, the rent is super duper high, and a lot of times the rent might not even be worth it from where you live. So yes, another important reason. So guys, trust me when I tell you how important that 3-digit number is. Okay, so think about that, y'all. Think about the schools, the food. Okay, talk about the type of education your children get. Okay, I don't know about y'all, but I want my children to get a way better education than I did when I was coming up in public schools. So your credit determines so much, guys. That's how important it is. So just remember, if you're going to get your credit restored and repaired, and there's a reason why I'm saying the two separately, give yourself ample time. Okay, don't decide you want a house now. Let me hurry up and get this credit fixed. Because if you got to file something and you looking to get a 700 credit score, that's most likely not going to happen in 3 months. And I'm talking about FICO score, not what you see on Credit Karma, not Credit Sesame, Credit Wise, all that stuff. And people say, "Oh, I went to Experian. It says I have this number." Okay, I want y'all to understand something. Every industry has its own credit score. Okay. Every industry has its own credit score. That's why every time it gets pulled, the number is going to look different. The mortgage officer score is going to be different than the credit card score. That's going to be different than the car insurance score. That's going to be different than the car purchase score. How about that, guys? It's going to be different if you're trying to get a loan. All these different places, and then all those industries, with the exception of mortgages and certain credit card companies, they all pull from one of the credit bureaus. However, when it comes to getting a mortgage and certain credit card companies, well, the mortgage is going to pull for all three. Credit card companies sometimes pull from all three. They might just pull from two, or they might just pull from one. Okay. It's also important to know where your credit card companies are actually pulling from when you're applying for things. That's extra important, and actually that's a trick. It's a hack I can actually teach y'all. Okay. A lot of inquiries. Stop looking thirsty. You're not getting approved for stuff. Stop applying. Okay. All right. So please understand, when it comes to your credit report and your credit scores, those are two separate entities. But guess what? They need to be worked simultaneously. Let me help you understand why. Credit repair only takes the negative items off your credit report. That's not going to increase your credit scores. So if you are like, "Hey, well, I've been getting my credit repaired by such and such company. Yeah, some of the negative items came off. Well, yes, the negative items came off, but my credit score was still in the toilet." Please understand that credit repair is taken away from your credit, because you need to get the bad stuff off your credit report to actually handle your business, right? Yes, you do. So in order to restore your credit while you're repairing it at the same time, you have to restore those credit scores. How do you do that? Well, you need to input back into your credit positively while you are repairing it. Does that make sense? So while you are taking out of your credit with the repair, you need to put back into your credit positively to restore it. You got it? All right. A plus B equals C. All right. All right. So and how do you put back into? Well, first and foremost, you have to be responsible. What does that mean? You need to continue to pay your bills on time. Number one. Number two, do not apply for things that do hard inquiries. So if you're working with somebody to repair your credit, speak to them first before you make any moves with your credit. Because what they'll do is give you tools, or you can contact me. I'll give you tools that do not touch your credit, or they might do a soft inquiry on your credit where it won't affect it. Because you should not be applying for stuff while you're in the credit repair process. Okay. Also, the reason why you still need to pay everything on time, because always remember, your payment history is 35% of your credit score, guys. Okay. And if y'all can hear me, if y'all learning something, do me a favor, show me some love in the chat. Show me some love and trust. If you got a question, let me know. I'll answer it for you as well. All right, so payment history is 35% of your credit score. Also, while you're in the credit repair process or anything, with your credit, period, credit card utilization is 30% of your credit. So that means you need to pay your credit cards down continuously. That's also a continuous thing that you would need to do. So please understand, you can take so much of a dramatic dip on your credit card just because on your credit just because your credit cards are high. That's 30%, guys. Like, credit cards can make or break your credit. Trust me when I tell you, okay? So you have to continue to be responsible. And those two things are the most important because together they make up 65% of your credit score. And credit repair would not outwork irresponsibility. So, we know either you was being responsible or life happened to you. You might got a divorce, lost your jobs, COVID. I understand. I know all that stuff. So, with that being said, you have to be responsible, paying things on time, and continue to pay those credit cards down. Okay. So that's very, very important because you're helping yourself work against the process if you're not paying on time and or having high credit cards, guys. So credit card balances. So make sure you're being responsible. When you need assistance, make sure you reach out to the person who's assisting you with your credit. Now let's talk about how you can actually help feed back into your credit cards. We're going to add positive trade lines, guys. So the positive trade lines to add, my favorite one is adding rent to your credit report. Add that rent, because also what people don't know is that lenders do not like giving money to people who have thin credit profiles. So even if you want to buy a house, you want to get a loan, and for those of you who want to build business credit, let me dispel the myth right now. Yes, your personal credit matters because they're looking at your personal credit too. Because if you didn't pay your bills on the personal side, why do you think what makes you think they're going to lend you money on your business side? Okay. Yes, they do look at your personal credit. All right, so let's talk about adding these positive trade lines, guys. My favorite, as I stated, is rent. Add your rent to your credit report. Guys, they are excellent for boosting those bad boys up, just to let you know. 2 secure credit cards. Secure credit cards meaning security deposit, meaning yes, you have to start with your own money. And when you start with your own money, that's the actual limit on your credit card, guys. So if you're starting at $300, most secure cards, you got to start at $300. Okay, I have one. You're either going to start at $100 or $200, but most secure credit cards you have to start at $300. But guess what? I need you to keep that utilization rate low. So you'll hear 30%. Yeah, keep your utilization at 30% or less. I like less. Okay, because the lower the utilization rate, the better your credit score is. The magic number is actually under 10% for credit card utilization. Okay, can y'all hear me out there? I hope y'all can. All right. I'm gonna shout you out once I see you, okay? Okay. So yes, under 10% is the sweet spot for credit card utilization. So another thing is we're gonna do credit builders. I like to call them credit builders savings loans. Why? Because of how they operate. Now, how the credit builders work is technically they lend you a small amount of money that you cannot touch yet. Okay, and you're going to make small payments every month. These small payments that you're making gets reported to the credit bureaus to help you increase your credit score. And trust me, they do really, really well. Okay, as long as you're being responsible too. All right, so you pay this money every month. They get reported to the credit bureaus to help you increase your credit score. And then after your terms are over, you actually get the money back that you put in minus their fee. Okay, guys, so those credit builders are excellent. Guys, you can also help improve your credit with monthly subscriptions. And I'm not talking about Experian Boost. I'm talking about something called Grow Credit. That's a good one as well. Things you pay for monthly, Netflix, Hulu, stuff like that, your cell phone. Those are great as well. Also, you can be an authorized user on a responsible person's credit card. If they are irresponsible, do not get on their credit card. Okay? Do not piggyback on their credit card. And just to let you know, if you are looking for business credit, being an authorized user on somebody's credit card does not count. All right? All right, so yeah, we call that piggybacking as well. They have to be responsible. It's somebody who has low utilization and they pay their credit cards on time every month. Okay? Because if you're on an
In
irresponsible
1/4 mile, turn left on South 72nd Street, then arrive at 2299 South 72nd Street on the left.
So if you are riding on a credit card of an irresponsible person, guys, that's hurting you more than it's helping you. And that means you need to get off of that card today. Okay? Get off of that card. All right. So with that being said, guys, I'm trying to think off the top of my head, anything else you can use to improve your credit. So those are pretty much the things you can do to improve your credit. Like I said, guys, it is a little time consuming, but it can be done. You have to have patience. And the person who's helping with your credit is not
In
a magician.
200 feet, turn left on South 72nd Street, then arrive at 2299 South 72nd Street on the left.
Yeah, so the person that's helping you with your credit is not a magician.
In 300 feet, turn left on South Lloyd Street, then turn left on Saybrook Avenue.
Let me see if I can make this UE real quick because I missed my turn.
Please drive to highlighted route, then turn left on Saybrook Avenue.
I will. So guys, that's pretty much it for now. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. If y'all need assistance, just make sure y'all contact me, inbox me. You can text me 215-558-6163. And happy Friday, everybody.
In 300 feet,
Enjoy.
arrive at
Enjoy your
2299 South
Enjoy your
72nd
holiday
Street
weekend and
on
all
the
that good
left.
stuff, y'all. If y'all need me, I'm out of
Arriving
here.
at 2299 South 72nd